What if I told you that you were 60 seconds away from a breakthrough? You can unlock the key to personal growth by using a simple framework. This is the power of self-awareness. I'm going to ask you 3 questions that you need to answer to yourself. And anyone can do this, all you have to be is human. If you need time to answer these questions, just pause the video after every question I ask, or you can even rewatch the video. So let's get straight into it. 1. What is the last thing that triggered you? Whatever it is, I want you to think about it. Go as deep into the explanation to yourself as you can. Even live in the imagination of the memory if you have to. I know triggering yourself can seem kind of scary, but this is actually how we explore these parts of ourselves. 2. What emotion did that trigger make you feel? Put a name to it. So this is not something like I feel bad. It's more like I feel anger or fear. You want to put an emotion to it. The emotion is the connection to this part of ourselves. And 3. What did you make that mean about yourself? Now you might need to sit with the emotion in your body to explore and get to that meaning fully. We always give meanings to ourselves about ourselves. This happens unconsciously all the time. This is where our actual pain comes from, the meaning. Your meanings are the beliefs. Once you get to the meaning, you've now become more aware of an aspect of yourself. You have raised your self-awareness. To change any behavior you have requires the awareness of where it originated from. Practicing raising self-awareness allows you to evolve and change any behavior that you have become aware of. The exploration of any behavior starts exactly where you just started right now, by answering these questions. And you can actually take it to a much deeper level, which will allow that change to take place. If this was valuable for you and you want to learn more about self-awareness, becoming more aware about behaviors such as the people pleaser, why it's so hard to take any criticism, or how the version of being strong that you were taught is actually the very thing that's holding you back from being able to increase your emotional intelligence. Click the link in the description below to find out how you can go deeper and raise your self-awareness. You will get to the understanding you've been looking for in order to be able to start making changes to these behaviors. It also includes a very powerful meditation where you strip back reality and become your observer self, your most authentic self. You are the conscious self, and to raise self-awareness is the start of any self-development path you take. It doesn't matter if you're going to therapy, if you've got a life coach, if you're learning how to do shadow work, if you're progressing in business, if you're progressing as an entrepreneur. If you want to grow as a human being, you need to understand yourself as the human being, as the conscious emotional being. In order to raise your emotional intelligence, you have to raise your self-awareness. You've got to be more aware of yourself. You need to understand why this thing makes me feel like this. There's communication there. That feeling is communication for me. So once I understand that, I can then start making different decisions. By understanding that, I understand the external thing. And by understanding the external thing doesn't have that power over me anymore. The more you increase your awareness about yourself, the more you gain your power. You get your power. You don't allow other things or other people to affect you as much. It's okay if they do, and it's okay to be triggered, and it's okay to feel however you do. How you feel is correct 100% of the time, because it's a feedback, it's communication. But if you recognize that, okay, well, I understand that I feel like this, but I'm still being triggered and it's taking over and I don't really have control. I'm not really into the path that I always go down. Bulldozing how you feel and forcing yourself to suppress how you feel is not the way to get there. It's not worked up until now, and it's not going to continue working because that's not how we work. It's about becoming aware of why that reaction is there, why I feel the way that I do, why this is even happening. Question what emotions are, why they're even there. It's all a feedback to you, the conscious driver, the conscious self. If you've landed on this video and you're watching this, no matter what path you want to go down, it always requires you to raise your self-awareness. So always go towards becoming more aware of yourself through how you feel and the behaviors that you have. And you cannot do this if you make the behaviors wrong. You can even say, I don't want to have that behavior anymore. And you can even say it's an unhealthy behavior. But by making it wrong, you're not going to be able to understand it. And understanding these behaviors is actually how to start practicing self-love. If you're at the place where you truly want to continue with this, you can learn tools and how to actually do that. By doing the meditation from the link below, you will actually become your authentic self. This strips you away from all of the unconscious behaviors that you're in, to truly find you, the authentic you. That doesn't mean the behaviors are wrong. It doesn't mean these parts of you are bad, but it helps you understand you better. This path is always about going towards raising your awareness about yourself. And the way you do that is by feeling the emotions that come up. This is how you raise your emotional intelligence. It's a super challenging journey. I know. Keep going. You're doing great.